Each year, over 11,000 students from nearly every state compete. This year, the top 8 teams came to New York City, and this weekend, they completed in the final ruling rounds to determine the top 2 teams from each division. The David Ricardo division, with teams of students who have taken no more than one introductory economics course. And the Adam Smith division, teams enrolled in AP, IB, and honors economics classes. Now, the top 2 teams in each division face off in the nail-biting final Quiz Bowl round, fighting for the chance to be crowned the Council for Economic Education's 2018 National Economics Champions. Now, here's the President and CEO of the Council for Economic Education, Nan Morrison.
Thanks, everyone. Our competition is really now about to start. Thanks all for being here. First, I want to acknowledge our board of directors, our donors who are here, some of you, and some special guests. Special call out to board member Russell Glass, who sponsors the Adam Smith Individual Achievement Award. We'll be giving that later. To Schwartzman Scholars, Bob Garris, Bloomberg Sarah Booth, and the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation. We thank you for your support. And of course, the great work of John Palacio and the Now crew, and Rick, our wonderful stage manager, and CNBC, Steve, Haley, Rich, the rest of the crew, some of whom I got a chance to meet this morning. You all do a wonderful job, and we could not be more thrilled to have you all here with us today. I also wanted to acknowledge SKT Education Group, our exclusive partner in China, their CEO, Houston Hu, and their Vice President, Jia Dong. SKT brought 64 student competitors here from China, and we are thrilled to welcome them here to New York. Having attended the competitions in China, I'm really looking forward to that last round today. I won't tell you if I'm going to root for the US teams or the Chinese teams. I want to extend, again, a thank you to all of our judges for donating their time, as well as to the teachers who worked so hard to get their students here. And of course, last but certainly not least, my own amazing staff who have been working so hard every day, it seems like 24/7, for at least the last 2 weeks, if not longer. My thanks would not be complete if I didn't give another shout of gratitude to Steve Liesman, CNBC senior economics reporter, who is our guest host for the afternoon. You've seen him on Squawk Box this morning at 6:45 with the NEC students, Power Lunch, Nightly Business Report. He is literally on the box from dawn until dusk. And remember, it's summer, so dusk is very late these days. Steve has won both an Emmy and a Pulitzer. But my favorite thing about Steve is that he's a serious deadhead, plays guitar in 2 bands. They are fantastic. I have been to their concerts. So you see, you can still do economics and rock out. Steve, thanks so much for everything that you and your team do, and I'd like to welcome you to the stage and pass the baton to you.
Thank you so much, Nan. Big round of applause for Nan, who puts all this together. Right on. All right, so I just got to tell you, there's going to be a little bit of weirdness here. If you haven't been here before, we're going to try to time and sync this so that we do a little live TV out of it. It might mean some pauses and things like that. And so I may turn back to some people and ask what kind of time we have. I guess we're going for a 1 o'clock bump shot, which is in 3 minutes or so right now. So I want to do an unscheduled beginning here, which I know is going to drive John crazy, but I'm doing it. I was thinking about, like, when I was in high school, I didn't do economics, I did football. So it's like, how do you prepare for a football game? Let's everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Come on, stand up. Everybody start clapping. Turn to the person next to you, big high five. Let's get this challenge going. There we go. I wish them well. That's great. Okay, now we can do this. Got to get the blood flowing, folks. Okay. Somewhere in here is a script I'm supposed to read, which I don't even know where it starts. All right. Hang on, Nan. I got Nan's remarks here. Do you want to hear Nan's remarks again? This is... If that begins there... Oh, Steve walks to Nan at podium. We did that.
We did that.
All right, let's move on. Nan, how are you? There we go. Okay, it says let's get this competition started. Okay. It's okay. It's all right to scream out and whoop it up a little bit. That's cool. All right, so the students have already completed 3 testing rounds and a critical thinking round, and these 2 teams made it to today's final David Ricardo Quiz Bowl round and are competing for the title of national champion. We're going to start with the David Ricardo division, which includes teams of students who have taken no more than 1 introductory economics course. Before we bring out the 2 finalists in the division, I want to introduce the judges for all of today's final Quiz Bowl rounds. And I have to tell you that I thought last year the script was big enough for me not to use my glasses. I've lost that battle. Here we go. You guys will know what I'm talking about sooner than you know. All right, first we have Kristin Dickey, the former head of global head of strategy for index equity at BlackRock. Michael Eckstadt, founder and managing principal of MKE Bioservices. Larry Cantor, former managing director and head of global research at Barclays Capital. All right. And on the next page, the core judges are Stephen Buckles, right? Stephen, right. He's a senior lecturer in economics at a school you all want to get into, Vanderbilt University. Julie Heath, director of economics center, professor at Alpop, family chair in economics, University of Cincinnati. Colonel Dick Rankin, former award-winning NEC coach at Iolani High School. Iolani. Not as bad as when I mispronounced Choate here. I've got worse to come. Don't you worry about it. Jane Lopez, Director, Center for Economic Education, California State University, East Bay. All right, here's the deal. Our judges are responsible for confirming our contestants' responses, and they're going to have the final say on the accuracy of an answer. Thank you, judges, for your support and for being here today. Now I want to call the teams to the stage. Now let's give a round of applause to the top 2 teams in the David Ricardo division. Help me welcome the finalists in the David Ricardo division is Hunter College High School, New York. And the second finalist, Monte Vista High School, California. Okay. Congratulations, guys. Welcome to the 2018 National Economics Challenge, David Ricardo Championship Round. All right, now pay attention. Here are the competition rules. Whoever buzzes in for a question will be considered the team spokesperson for that particular question and must give the final answer. Team members may buzz in at any time while the question is being read. However, should they buzz in before the entire question has been read, I will stop reading the question. The team may not confer, and within 5 seconds, the person who buzzed in must answer based solely on the information he or she has heard up to that point. If a team member buzzes in after the entire question is read, the team has 15 seconds to confer and then give a response. You got that?
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
That's what I want to hear. If the team answers incorrectly, I'll read the entire question again. The other team will have 15 seconds to respond, and any team member can give the final answer. How about you guys over here? You got it?
Got it.
No, into the microphone.
We got it.
All right, that's good. All right. Audience members, I encourage you to call out the answer. No, just kidding. Do not call out the answer. You probably don't even, well, some of you guys will. Anyway, I encourage you to root for all your favorite teams, but please do not shout any answers out. Before we begin, I'd like to give the 2 teams the opportunity to introduce themselves. Starting at the far end Would each of you test your hand buzzer one at a time? Tell me your name and something about yourself. Please be sure to speak loudly. Starting from the far end. Which way are we starting? Over here? Go ahead. Into the microphone.
My name is Daniel Bistrak. I love studying computer science, math, economics, and I love weightlifting as well.
My name is Alan Weisbord. I'm from Queens. I also enjoy weightlifting, running track, playing soccer, and I speak Russian fluently.
Hi, my name is Andrew Conkey. I'm from Manhattan on the Upper West Side. I enjoy all types of economics, but I'm particularly interested in applications of math to economics, and I do not enjoy weightlifting.
Start back on that end over there.
Hi, I'm Pranav Srinivasan, and I like working with AI and advanced technologies.
And weights. No.
Hi, I'm Rahul Amara. I'm on my high school's robotics team.
Hello, I'm Adamya Shrivastava, and I play basketball very vigorously.
Hi, I'm Vishal Sodem, and I have run 8 half marathons.
All right. Now, do we want to take a break here, or what do we want to do? Somebody help me out. Somebody coach me as to where we want to be. That's Haley Lee, ladies and gentlemen. She's running the show here. Woo! Cool. Cool. That's a good plan. Diminutive yet powerful, I would say about Haley Lee. Okay. Now, Andy, I have... should I have this now or no? They're going to check me in? Okay. They're saying the Dow just crossed the 25,000 mark for the first time since March.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, I'm waiting, Andy, right, for them to check me in? They should be able just to check me in by my talking, right?
Andrew, can you move your sign a little bit to the...
I got the program. Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yeah, so move that light by your
Okay.
right hand. Yes. Yeah, move that a little bit. Okay, then you got to move your sign back so I can see. No, towards you. Towards me. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Just a quick question with the judges. You guys will designate who responds, right?
Yeah. Yes.
From the buzzer that you can see there, because I can't see any of that.
Right.
Okay, great. Great. All right. So, Haley? Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, one second. What's going on? And okay, about how far out are you? 2.5 minutes. Okay. If I'm talking to somebody, it's either because I'm insane or somebody's talking to me in my ear. It's one or the other. Larry knows me well, so he knows it could be either or. Okay, so we're going to do the David Ricardo USA. Is that correct, Nan? Yep. USA David Ricardo, that's the questions we're going to ask here? Awesome. Okay, good. Cool. And then maybe we'll get a juggler for next year. Somebody who could do some, what's that? I'm afraid to be in the middle of one of my stories because They're all so compelling. And to be in the middle of it and then get called to go on air and leave the whole audience hanging would be... My last what? It was yesterday on the Long Island Sound. I do a lot of my fishing in the Bronx, which you think is funny, but it's not funny because there's been a very big environmental movement to clean up both the Long Island Sound and the Hudson River, and I'm actually part of wrapping here, okay? But they've done a great job cleaning up the river, and if you guys want to get involved, I'm involved with a group called the River Keeper, which you can help with. I was in Hempstead Harbor. Okay. Haley, quick tease to break? Am I tossing the break? Yep. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Tyler, I don't wear a suit nearly as well, but 11,000 students competed to be right here, right now, the National Economics Challenge for the spelling bee for economics. Coming up on the other side of the break, you guys will not believe how smart these kids are. And that's what we do. Okay. I'm assuming we're in break now, right? Other side of break.
We're all juniors with the exception of Dan.
2.5, then what? Then back to me? Straight out of break.
Next year, I'm taking AP Computer Science and physics, and then probably going to take AP Econ next year. But I love studying economics, as well as finding applications, just like Andrew said, math, computer science.
I got that, David.
Especially with cryptocurrency.
He can lift marginally more weight than I can.
They're going to toss to me at a break. Do I have introductory remarks for the very beginning? Hey, guys, just so you know, I'm supposed to read one other thing here. Where's that little thing, that little spiel I was going to read? Basically, it says there's a possibility that some of these questions are two parts. So you can buzz in at your own risk. Some guys have won quite a few points buzzing in early, and I've seen them lose a few points for that. So have a ball with that. Well, we're going to wait for the beginning, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just waiting.
It's 1 minute. It's 1 minute back to me.
No, but there's no more stuff to read. It's just you and the questions.
Oh, just me and the questions. Okay. The David Ricardo division, these are for kids who have had only 1 year of basic economics. Is that correct? One semester. Okay. So I'll just tell the crowd that. And you guys are sophomore, freshmen, juniors?
I'm a junior.
Junior?
And he's a sophomore.
Sophomore, freshman, seniors, the whole? What's that? You're all juniors. Thank you. 30 seconds. In case you're wondering, I have 20 seconds of absolute panic inside me right now, and then we go to thing where I'm fine.
We've been like that for 3 days. It's okay.
Good for you. Michelle, just in time for the beginning of the David Ricardo division. These kids, sophomores, juniors, seniors, they've had only 1 semester of basic economics. We're going to start the questioning right away. Question number 1. Fred lost his job as a shipbuilder in 2016. His shipyard never reopened, and his specialized skills are no longer in demand.
Monte Vista, you have 5 seconds, Mr. Vishal, to answer.
Structural unemployment.
That is correct.
All right. That's totally unfair for people at home that are watching on TV. I'm going to read the full question so you know this guy. All right. So the shipyard never reopened. His specialized skills are no longer in demand. Fred is experiencing what kind of unemployment? And it is structural unemployment for regular human beings, okay? Here we go. On to the second question here. If the required reserve ratio is 10% and the Fed buys a $5,000 bond from a bank, what is the maximum change to the money supply?
Monte Vista High School, Mr. Vishal, you have 15 minutes and you may 15 seconds and you may confer.
$4,500.
That is incorrect. Steve, will
Okay,
you
I'll
repeat
read the question again. If the required reserve ratio is 10% and the Fed buys a $5,000 bond from a bank, what is the maximum change to the money supply?
$50,000.
That's correct.
That is correct. Well done. All right. Here's another question. Third question. Why does a professional basketball player, on average, make more than a professional football or
Monte Vista High School, Adamya, you have 5 seconds and you may not confer.
The professional basketball player, his skill is in more demand than other players of sports.
That's correct.
All right. Well done. Okay. For the next question, we have a video question.
4 members of the Federal Open Market Committee vote on a rotating basis. How long is each rotating?
Monte Vista High School, Raul, you have 5 seconds and you may not confer.
They'll rotate every 1 year.
Yes, that's right.
You answered so quickly we didn't have a chance to introduce. That was Raphael Bostock, the president of the Atlanta Federal Reserve Bank. Thank you, Raphael. Okay, on to question 5. Why do we not see advertisements for corn, but we do for toothpaste?
Hunter, Andrew, you have 10 seconds.
15 seconds.
Excuse me, 15 seconds to respond, and you may confer.
Because the market structure of the corn market is perfect competition, and the market structure of the toothpaste market is monopolistic competition.
That is correct.
Hey, Chris, can we get a score?
Yeah, sure. After 5 questions, it's Monte Vista 3, Hunter 2.
Ooh, tight. Here we go. Question number 6. A group of Fortune 500 companies have formed an alliance to explore the smart...
Monte Vista High School.
Hunter.
Excuse me, Hunter High School. Andrew, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
Oligopoly.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Please read the question again, Steve.
Yes, ma'am. A group of Fortune 500 companies have formed an alliance to explore the smart contract blockchain technology developed by what cryptocurrency company?
Ethereum?
That's correct.
Wow. All right. Question 7. Contributions to the Social Security system are achieved by levying a tax of 6.2% on earnings up to $128,700. What kind of tax is this?
Hunter, Allen, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
Was that not the whole question?
Uh, progressive tax?
Nope, sorry. Steve, will you repeat it?
Yes, ma'am. Contributions to the Social Security system are achieved by levying a tax of 6.2% on earnings up to $128,700. What kind of tax is this? Regressive, proportional, or progressive?
Regressive.
That is correct.
Well done. And for question 8, we have another Federal Reserve Bank video question.
Which interest rate is charged by depository institutions when
Hunter, Andrew, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
The federal funds rate?
That is correct.
You guys just don't like Raphael Bostock on the video, right? You just keep buzzing in. Poor Raphael. Going for a little airtime, can't get any from you guys. All right, here we go. Question 9. If cauliflower is an inferior good and we observe that as the price falls, consumers buy fewer.
It is a given good, so as price increases, consumption quantity of the good purchased decreases.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Okay,
Can
from
you
the
repeat
top.
The full question? Yeah.
If cauliflower is an inferior good and we observe that as the price falls, consumers buy fewer heads of cauliflower, then what can we say about the relative size of the income effect and the substitution effect?
Is larger than substitution, is what I think. Yeah, because otherwise it would increase. Yeah. The income effect is larger in this case than the substitution.
That's right. Thank you.
Chris?
Yeah, sure. We're 9 questions in, and Monte Vista's up 6-3.
6-3. Still very competitive. Question 10. To minimize the efficiencies associated with taxation, the demand and supply curve should exhibit what sort of elasticities?
Hunter High School, Allen, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
What effect? It'll minimize the effect of taxes, right? Do they want effect on tax revenue or the effect on? Okay, say. Okay, I can't answer. No, I have to say. If you're looking for the effect on tax revenue, then
relatively inelastic. Yeah.
That is correct.
All right. Question 11. If the consumer price index is 120 in year 1 and 150 in year 2, the rate of inflation over the period is what?
Monte Vista High School, Vishal, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
25%.
That's correct.
All right. Question 12. What is one of the main differences between the GDP deflator and the CPI?
Monte Vista High School, Vishal, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Is a basket, but the GDP deflator is just measuring relative to measuring change. Yeah, GDP.
The CPI is measured like a basket of goods, tracking their prices over time, while the GDP deflator is just measured relative to a base year's GDP.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Okay. What is one of the main differences between the GDP deflator and the CPI?
Just end products. No, it's base years measuring base years. What I don't know.
the GDP deflator only looks at final goods, whereas the market basket in CPI contains some intermediate goods.
Reflecting the economy more so.
Incorrect. The correct answer is that the CPI will include imports, or the GDP includes all purchases of goods, not just those purchased by consumers.
Okay. Moving on. It's okay to get both of you guys get it wrong. It's all right. It's all right. We're going to move on from here. Pick ourselves up. Get one right here. Question 13. The unemployment rate falls. What could explain this other than an increase in individuals?
They buzzed.
He rang in.
I didn't hear that.
Yep.
Sorry. Monte Vista, Vishal, you have 5 seconds.
No answer.
Answer, please.
They said no answer.
No answer. No answer.
I'm sorry. So that was, we're moving on now?
It's wrong. Reread the question for the other team.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear
The unemployment rate falls. What could explain this other than an increase in individuals becoming employed?
An increase in the number of discouraged workers.
An increase in the number of discouraged workers.
That's correct.
Okay.
Let's do a score check. After 13 questions, we have Monte Vista 7, Hunter College High School 5.
Good. And we're going to 31 would be the tiebreaker, so it's 30 questions.
It's 30 questions, yes.
Okay. Question 14. Assume that neither demand nor supply is perfectly elastic or inelastic. As the result of a changing market, we observe that prices increase, but quantity exchanged has not changed. What accounts for this outcome?
15 seconds?
Yes, that's Hunter College. You have 15 seconds. Andrew, you may confer.
Price increase. Decrease in supply. Decrease in supply. Increase in demand. Decrease in supply. Increase in demand.
Okay. Yeah. There was a decrease in supply and an increase in demand.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, question 15. Autonomous expenditure is the amount of spending individuals would engage in at what level of income?
Hunter College, Allen, 5 seconds.
At the sustenance level?
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Okay, question 15. Autonomous expenditure is the amount of spending individuals would engage in at what level of income?
Yeah, at the subsistence level.
That's incorrect. The correct answer is 0.
Okay. Question 16. What is the economic difference between a quota and an embargo?
I can't see it. Oh, sorry. Monte Vista, Raul, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Quota caps. Embargo just places. Embargo just blocks entire. Embargo. Quota's a cap. A block is.
Yeah, embargo is changing the price that it's imported at.
Just say embargo is complete block. Okay.
An embargo is a complete block on trade to a country, while a quota just caps the amount.
Great. Perfect.
Good. Question 17. When a monopolist is forced to produce at the allocatively efficient point, what two curves it?
The
Hunter High School, Allen, you have 5 seconds.
The intersection of demand and average total cost.
That's incorrect.
When a monopolist is forced to produce at the allocatively efficient point, what two curves intersect?
The marginal cost and demand.
That's correct.
Nice. Question 18. All football goalposts have flags at the top so the kicker knows which way the wind is blowing. What economic concept is illustrated by indoor stadiums also having these flags on the goalposts?
Monte Vista High School, Raul, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
It's just like behavior. No, but what about it? It's just like it's outside. No, it's something like imitation.
Imitation?
Nope, that's incorrect.
Question 18. All football goalposts have flags at the top so the kicker knows which way the wind is blowing. What economic concept is illustrated by indoor stadiums also having these flags on the goalposts?
It's not anarchy. What do you think it is then?
A market failure.
Nice try, but it's economies of scale. It's cheaper to produce one kind than multiple kinds.
After 18 questions, the score is Monte Vista 9, Hunter 6.
9-6. Here we go. Oh, sorry. Okay. Question 19, correct? Okay. Question 19, if the opportunity cost of producing either of two goods is constant, then the production possibility...
Daniel, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
Is linear and not bowed out?
Yep, that's correct.
Want to read that one?
Want to read the whole one? If
Yes.
the opportunity cost of producing either of two goods is constant, then the production possibility frontier is of what shape? The answer is straight line or linear. Notice how Alex Trebek always says the answer is if he knows it all along. He also gives it in a way that's like, how did you not know that? But I don't feel that way at all. 20. What is the difference between the concepts balance of trade and current account balance?
Monte Vista, Adam, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Current account is only imports and exports. What balance of trade includes that financial account. Yeah. Okay, do you want to say it? Yeah, say it. Wait,
The balance of payments includes the current account, financial account, and capital account, while the current account itself just looks at a country's net imports and exports.
No. That's incorrect.
What is the difference between the concepts, quote, balance of trade, end quote, and current account balance?
Investment. Should I say that?
The current account includes net investment.
We'll take it.
We are at 9-8. We're 20 questions in, 10 to go.
Here we go. In production theory, what distinguishes the short run from the long run?
Hunter High School, Allen, you have 5 seconds.
The capacity to change your factories and workers.
That's incorrect.
Okay, 21. In production theory, what distinguishes the short run from the long run?
In the long run, all costs are variable. That's what we just said. Okay. Wait, no, that's
I feel like that was the whole question. Yeah, and we didn't get to confirm. Was that the whole question and Alan wasn't?
I didn't think he said run. I thought you hit it long.
Yeah. You were early.
You were early.
I was in the middle of the run when you buzzed in.
There are no fixed costs and all costs are variable. In the long run, there are no fixed costs and all costs are variable.
That's correct.
Question 22. What function of money is associated with the purchase of a latte?
Monte Vista. Adam, you have 5 seconds.
Medium of exchange.
That's correct.
And you didn't know if I wanted skim or 1% with that. You just were going to buzz in. It wouldn't matter if it was like with Splenda or regular sugar. It's still a medium exchange. Doesn't change the answer. The question was, what function of money is associated with the purchase of a latte with cash or a debit card? And I didn't say it's Starbucks or Pete's or whatever. Anyway, question 23. According to the classical economists, what is the most appropriate stabilization?
Hunter College. Alan, you have 5 seconds.
The invisible, Adam Smith's notion of the invisible hand, do nothing, basically.
That's it.
Full question. According to the classical economists, what is the most appropriate stabilization policy during recessionary periods? Question 24. How will real GDP in the United States be affected if the price of crude oil rises significantly?
Hunter College. Alan, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Rises significantly. It would go down. It's like a supply shock. It's a supply shock where it goes down.
It would go down?
Yep, that's correct.
We're at 11 to 10.
11-10.
11-10, and we're at question 25.
Wow. Question 25. Since the early 1900s, real GDP per capita in the United States has grown at what average annual rate?
Hunter High School. Alan, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Yeah, it's 1900s.
3%?
Incorrect.
Question 25. Since the early 1900s, real GDP per capita in the United States has grown at what average annual rate to the nearest whole number?
I think no votes. It's not that it's going to be greater because 1900 is a long time.
4%.
That's incorrect. The correct answer is 2%.
A lot of politics around that answer there, aren't there? We don't want to get into those, right, Nan? Never mind. Okay, question 26. I love this question. Only economists could ask this next question. The hurricanes of late 2017 likely caused what change in the short-run Phillips curve?
Monte Vista. Raul, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Listen, decreased aggregate supply. It's a bowing out of the Phillips curve. Yeah, bowing out. Yeah.
The Phillips curve expanded outwards.
That's correct.
Would have also accepted the Phillips curve got blown out to sea, but that's another one. Question 27. What is the organization that oversees global trade negotiations?
Hunter College. Andrew, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
The World Trade Organization?
That's correct.
Excellent.
We are at 12-11, and we have 3 questions remaining.
Wow. What is the name of the UN agreement addressing, among other things, greenhouse gas emissions?
Monta Vista. Vishal, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
The Treaty of Paris Climate Agreement. Treaty of Paris is another thing.
We'll give it to you.
Isn't it the Paris Accords?
It is the Paris Climate Accord.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are at 1311 with 2 questions remaining.
That's such a big deal. The Treaty of Paris is in reference to the peace deal that ended the Spanish-American War.
I
think.
He said the Treaty of Paris, and he said the Paris Climate. So that's why we gave it to him.
He said agreement.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Chris, is my math right? This would be for the win here?
Yes, we have 2 questions remaining, and we're at 1311.
Larry, how about the sophisticated math I just did right there on stage, right? In public. Question 29.
Yeah.
If 2 goods are complements, what do we know about their cross?
Hunter College High School. Andrew, you may not confer.
It's negative.
Correct.
All right. What's the score here now?
The score is Monta Vista 13, Hunter College High School 12, and we have our last regulation question now.
So this is also for the win.
This is for the win or for the tie.
Win or for the tie. Okay, question 30. So nervous, I can't even read it. Oh my God. If a perfectly competitive firm is operating where price is less than average total costs.
Monta Vista. Adam, you have 5 seconds.
Assuming that it's also less than average variable cost, it should shut down.
Can you repeat your answer? The beeper got in the way. I didn't hear you.
It should shut down.
That's incorrect. Steve, why don't we read the question one more time?
I think that's a really good idea. Okay. If a perfectly competitive firm is operating where price is less than average total costs and price is greater than average variable costs, what should it do?
I think so, right? Price is greater, increase production. No, it's in the middle. It's between, it's less than total costs. Yeah. Decrease production, decrease production.
It should decrease production. Because, like, you bear the loss.
No blitzing, no blitzing.
It's, like, better than shutting down.
Sorry, it's incorrect.
We have a final score of 13-12, Monta Vista High School. Congratulations.
Chris?
What is the correct answer?
So it'd be correct.
Here's the correct answer, just so everybody knows. Continue to operate in the short run, even though there's an economic loss.
It's like better than shutting down. It's like part of my answer.
That's implied in the answer.
Because it's more economically efficient to bear the cost.
So our judges have ruled, and the final score is Monta Vista 13, Hunter College High School 12. Congratulations to Monta Vista High School.
Okay. Hold on, Nan, hold on. It says applause there. It says applause. Guys, great job. And over here, you guys either going to be an economist or an attorney. You can work for me anytime, Dan. Okay? And now, Nan.
guys could exit on each side of this, on the same side. Whatever they told you before, do. Whatever Rick's told you to do. Sorry, we need to, because of the hits on CNBC, we need to just be ready to rock. So don't go far away. Okay, so
he's in the hot seat now. So his turn.
Okay, so two things to One is because we don't know what's going to be on CNBC later. When we do the video questions, even if they answer in between, ask them to for this round, ask them to replay the question. Right. So I read it this morning because it was easier for the children.
So replay it as opposed to read.
Also, right. Also, because they have a nice. So the other thing is, I love that we are acknowledging each student when we do it. When Steve has a live hit, we have to be super efficient, so it's better to say.
Is it all right?
Like, Hunter, 5 seconds.
Were they happy? What'd they say?
I mean, just from time, so that we have labels, so.
Okay.
The thing is, we really need to speak out.
Okay, and how long do they take it for? Like 3 questions or? Really? Really?
Yeah, they pulled out like in the middle of.
So it was like 3 minutes or 4 minutes? Wow. Man, did you hear that? They took like 4 questions live. It was ridiculous. Yeah, good, because I don't know where I am. Really cool, really cool.
I need. We didn't do that this morning because it was.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Do I have 2 minutes for a men's room break? I do, I think. Do you have a minute for what time is it? Oh, 46. Never mind. Okay. Hey, Haley. Where's Haley? No, thank you so much. Is it going okay? What's our timing like? All right, I got 4 minutes? Okay. All right.
Except for the score, your other one said this is
Okay.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 15 seconds? She didn't have 15 seconds, so we need to get ready. Here's your book. And don't forget to whisper in your ear. I'm whispering in your ear. So, Adam Smith, all right. Larry and I like when you whisper.
Lexington?
Yeah, you whisper.
Mount Hebron.
All right, so we're not giving them their names. We're just using the high school.
Okay, so
Nothing going? Yeah, that was tough.
okay, so we're starting off with there you go.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah, the problem with that one was he answered kind of a different question.
Mount Hebron.
Oh, okay, Hebron. All right. Well, I think Kristin basically said he was sort of coming up with the answer as he was speaking. He didn't really.
What bothered me is he knew that you.
I don't know whose that is. It's not mine.
But he did answer more than.
The interesting thing is, I mean, just from a game, he heard him say "shut down," and the answer was wrong. So I would have, if I had been sitting there, I would have simply said,
so I've got all sorts of
I mean, that was without even kind of knowing the answer.
He said a cut.
Yeah. See, we're missing a.
We're not sure which is which.
Mr. Goody.
Good job, Andy.
Is it HIV or HPV?
Wasn't me.
Yeah, thank you. Well, yeah.
Okay, was that the break, Andy, before? All right. Yeah. I'm hearing the program, yeah. It's good. Start doing what? All right. It's time then for the final round of the National Economics Challenge. The Adam Smith Division includes teams of students enrolled in the toughest classes, advanced placement, international baccalaureate, and honors classes. This is what you want me to do, Haley, right? Yeah, that's right? Okay. Before we introduce the teams and bring them on stage, we did that already, I'd like to acknowledge one lucky student within the Adam Smith Division will receive the Russell Glass Individual Achievement Award. The award is given to the top Adam Smith Division scholar for best individual achievement based on his or her combined test scores and critical thinking round presentation. All 32 USA students in the Adam Smith Division were eligible. Thank you, Russell, for your contribution to the challenge. Okay, before we go any further, I have to do something very quickly. We have to have 2 rounds of applause, and these are separate rounds of applause. The first round of applause is for all the parents and all the work that you do to make this happen. The second round of applause we need is for the teachers, which is near and dear to my heart. No way any of this happens without the unsung heroes of it all, which are the teachers, in my opinion. Okay, welcome to the stage, the teams representing the Adam Smith Division. I don't know if it's on my, I think I do, because I think I know my man here from Lexington, right? Mm-hmm. Lexington? That's how I know, because you're the second time back, right? Yeah. All right. Lexington High School, Massachusetts, on my right here. And the second finalist in the Adam Smith Division is Mount Hebron High School from Maryland. All right. Okay. I think I have a little bit of time to go over the rules here. Whoever buzzes in for a question will be considered the team spokesperson for that particular question and must give the final answer. 2 minutes to finish reading. Okay, thank you very much. Team members may buzz in at any time while the question is being read. However, should they buzz in before the entire question has been read, I will stop reading the question. The team may not confer, and within 5 seconds, the person who buzzed in must answer based solely on the information he or she has heard up to that point. If a team member buzzes in after the entire question is read, the team has 15 seconds to confer and then give a response. If the team answers incorrectly, I will read the entire question again. The other team will have 15 seconds to respond, and any team member can give the final answer. I'd like to give the teams the opportunity to introduce themselves. Each of you, test your hand buzzer one at a time. Tell me your name and something about yourself. Please be sure to speak loudly and speak clearly, starting at the far end on my left, please.
Hello, my name is Ryan Jung, and my favorite part of Economics Challenge has been working with my sister, Jennifer Jung.
Yay. Nice. Nice. That's beautiful. Go on.
My name is Stephen Jin, and my favorite part of Economics Challenge has also been working with my sister, Jennifer Jung.
Hurry up, guys. 45 seconds.
I am Samuel Nitkin, and I really enjoy working with my sister, Jennifer Jung.
Go on.
My name is Jennifer Jung, and my fun fact is that I'm not related to any of them.
Okay, we're going to stop these introductions. We'll get to you guys later. We're going to start the competition in just a minute, okay? And I'll take a break later and introduce you guys. Could have done it. We could have done it. Here we go. Melissa, thanks very much. Yeah, the last competition went down to the last question. And if you thought they were smart last time, this is the Adam Smith Division, where they're the advanced placement kids and the honors class kids. This is unbelievable. Lexington on my right from Massachusetts. Mount Hebron High School on my left from Maryland. Got that right? Here we go, launching right into the questions here. If a tariff is placed on an imported good, What will be the impact on domestic consumer surplus, domestic producer surplus, and domestic net welfare?
Lexington, 15 seconds. You may confer.
So consumer down, producer up, and total down. What? Consumer down, consumer up. Wait, a tariff down. Yeah, consumer up. Oh, tariff removed. Total welfare up. Okay.
Consumer surplus up, producer down, and total welfare up.
Can you repeat that, please?
Consumer up, producer down, total up.
That is incorrect.
Correct. So here's this question again. If a tariff is placed on an imported good, what will be the impact on domestic consumer surplus, domestic producer surplus, and domestic net welfare?
Consumer surplus decreases, producer surplus increases, and net welfare decreases.
That is correct.
That is correct. Well done. All right. Here's a good one here. Question 2. What rule, named after the Federal Reserve chairman who proposed it?
Lexington, 5 seconds.
Volcker rule.
That is correct.
Not bad. I don't know how many of our viewers could do that, but here's the full question. What rule, named after the Federal Reserve chairman who proposed it, restricts United States banks from making certain speculative investments that do not benefit their customers? Well done. Moving on, question 3. Twitter is not much fun if you happen to be the only one who uses Twitter.
Mount Hebron, 5 seconds.
Network externalities.
That is correct.
I don't know if you're making people at home feel bad about themselves or good about the youth of this nation. One or the other, but here's the full question. Twitter is not much fun if you happen to be the only one who uses Twitter. What type of externality is necessary for fun in this case, and its network externality? Question 4, we have a Federal Reserve Bank video question from Atlanta Federal Reserve Bank President Raphael Bostic.
What is the difference between microprudential supervision and macroprudential supervision of banks?
Mount Hebron, I'm sorry, Lexington, 5 seconds. 15 seconds, apologize.
Micro is each individual bank. Macro is the banking industry itself.
That is correct.
Do I need to tell Raphael Bostic he got cut off every time?
No, he got that
Do we
one.
want to run it again just so everybody sees one, at least one? Let's run one question from Raphael. Go ahead. Oh, we don't have sound.
Microprudential supervision and
Poor guy.
macroprudential supervision of banks.
Okay, the question was, what is the difference between microprudential supervision and macroprudential supervision of banks? That's something I don't think we ever talked about 10 years ago, right? Okay, question 5. What impact does stagflation have on the short run and long run Phillips curve?
Lexington, 15 seconds.
The long run Phillips curve does not change, and the short run Phillips curve shifts outward.
That is correct.
Question 6. John Maynard Keynes described 3 reasons for holding money. The first is the transactions motive. The second is the speculative motive. What's the third reason?
Lexington, 15 seconds. You may confer.
Investment.
That is incorrect.
John Maynard Keynes described 3 reasons for holding money. The first is the transactions motive. The second is the speculative motive. What was the third reason?
Storage of assets.
That is incorrect. Teams, just a reminder, whoever is the person who buzzes in has to be the person who responds.
What's the correct answer?
The answer?
Precautionary.
Question 7. It says you might need a pencil and paper to answer this question. A firm is earning a total profit of $500 and its average revenue is $10 when it produces 100 units. When it produces 200 units, the firm's average fixed cost is $1. What is the firm's total variable cost when it produces 100 units?
Lexington, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
It's $200 of fixed cost, right? So $300. I forget the question. What's the question? I forget.
$3.
That is incorrect.
Shall I read it again?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Okay. A firm is earning a total profit of $500 when its average revenue is $10 when it produces 100 units. When it produces 200 units, the firm's average fixed cost is $1. What is the firm's total variable cost when it produces 100 units?
What are you getting? I'm getting $720. As for total.
Is it 4?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is 300.
Okay, for question 8, we bring back the poor Atlanta Fed president, Raphael Bostock, for another video question.
Following the Great Recession, what term is used to describe both bank and non-bank companies whose financial distress could pose a risk to the entire U.S.
Mount Hebron?
Too big to fail.
That is correct. Steve, can we replay the whole video so the audience can see it?
Sure.
Thank you.
Following the Great Recession, what term is used to describe both bank and non-bank companies whose financial distress could pose a risk to the entire U.S. financial system?
And we would have accepted also systemically important financial institutions.
And we are through question 8, and we are tied at 3-3.
Question 9, then. The diamond water paradox illustrates the difference between what two measures...
Lexington, Ryan, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
Marginal utility and total utility.
That is correct.
Question 10. What kind of Federal Reserve domestic open market activity would be best for reducing a country's trade deficit, and what domestic economic impact might the Federal Reserve be concerned about in taking this action?
Lexington, Caroline, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Buying bonds and inflation.
That is correct.
Well done. Question 11. What is the impact of an appreciating dollar on the aggregate supply curve?
Lexington, Ryan, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
No change.
That is incorrect. Steve,
Question 11. What is the impact of an appreciating dollar on the aggregate supply curve?
Aggregate supply shifts right.
That is correct.
Awesome. Go home and brag about nailing that one, okay? Tell your buds. Very cool. Question 12. Assume the reserve requirement is 10%, that the Federal Reserve sells $40 million in bonds on the open market. By how much will reserves change? And
Mount Hebron, Samuel, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
No answer.
Please, Steve, please reread the question.
Assume the Federal Reserve requirement is 10% and that the Federal Reserve sells $40 million in bonds on the open market. By how much will reserves change, and in which direction, increase or decrease, if nothing else happens?
Lexington, may I have your answer, please?
Decrease 40 million.
That is correct.
Nice. Can I just hear a buzzer on the left, please? Sounds fine to me. I just couldn't hear it. Okay, sorry. Question 13. Assume the income elasticity of demand for a product is 3. Income changes and the amount demanded of the product increases by 60%. By what percent did income change, and in what direction?
Lexington, Caroline, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Increase?
That is correct.
Chris, how are we doing on the score?
So we're through 13 questions, and the score is Lexington 7, Mount Hebron 4.
Okay, here we go. Question 14. Assume the current money supply is $800 billion. If GDP is currently $16 trillion, what is the velocity of...
Lexington, you have 5 seconds. Ryan, you may not confer.
2.
That is incorrect.
Question 14. Assume the current money supply is $800 billion. If GDP is currently $16 trillion, what is the velocity of money?
$20.
That is correct.
Can I just point out that the reason why we have spreadsheets is because of all these zeros. I need to do it every time. I get them wrong all the time like that. Okay, question 15. Subsidies to consumers will have what impact on price and quantity?
Lexington, Caroline, you have 15 seconds. You may confer.
Price and quantity increase.
That is correct.
Question 16. You might need a pencil and paper for this one. If total revenue for a competitive firm equals $33 times Q, what does marginal cost?
Lexington, Ryan, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
33.
That is correct.
All right, here's the full question. If total revenue for a competitive firm equals $33 times Q, what does marginal cost equal at the maximum profit level of output in a long-run equilibrium? And the answer is 33, as Ryan said. So question 17. Assume the formation of a conglomerate results in lower per unit costs of production. What do economists...
Lexington, you have 5 seconds. Jeffrey?
Economies of scope.
That is correct.
Question is, what do economists call this phenomenon? Okay, question 18. You might need another pencil and paper or the same one for this question. If your nominal salary is rising at an annual rate of 5% and inflation is approximately 2%.
Mount Hebron, you have 5 seconds. Jennifer?
Your real income increases by 3%.
That is incorrect.
Full question. If your nominal salary is rising at an annual rate of 5% and inflation is approximately 2%, how long will it take for your real income to double?
$24.
24. I'm sorry, you said
24.
that is correct. We would have also accepted 23.3.
Come on, guys.
Well, they could use the rule of 72 or 70.
Can I just say brutal? That was a tough one. Good one. Okay, question 19. Assume a consumer deposits $200 from his cash holdings into his checking account. What would be the immediate impact on the M1 money supply?
Lexington, Jeffrey, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeb.
No change.
That is incorrect.
Assume a consumer deposits $200 from his cash holdings into his checking account. What would be the immediate impact on the M1 money supply, and by how much could the money supply ultimately expand based on this deposit if the reserve requirement is 0.2?
The original change is no change, but potentially the money supply could expand by $800.
That is correct.
Okay. You want to score here, Chris? What do you got?
Sure. We're through 19 questions. The score is Lexington 11, Mount Hebron 6.
Okay. Question 20. What market structure is characterized by interdependence?
Hebron, Stephen, you have 5 seconds. You may not confer.
Oligopoly.
That is incorrect.
What market structure is characterized by interdependence, and what is the measure used to determine the degree of market power in that industry?
Oligopoly and Herfindahl-Hirschman index.
That is correct.
Nice. So, guys, I think you've both had a little wake-up call on these double questions that are out there, which the judges use just to get some respect. That's why they do that. Question 21. You might need a pencil and paper to answer this one as well. If the marginal propensity to consume were 0.75 in a closed economy with no crowding out, by how much could the aggregate spending change if the government cut taxes by $4 billion, and what amount of increase in government spending could achieve the same result?
Lexington, Caroline, you have 15 seconds.
And 9 million, respectively.
That is incorrect.
Okay, here we go again. If the marginal propensity to consume were 0.75 in a closed economy with no crowding out, by how much could the aggregate spending change if the government cut taxes by $4 billion? And what amount of increase in government spending could achieve the same result?
$12 billion and $3 billion.
That is correct.
Nicely done. Question 22. If the government collects $100 in taxes for incomes of $30,000 and $200 in taxes for incomes of $50,000,
Mount Hebron, you have 5 seconds, Samuel. You may not confer.
Regressive.
That is incorrect.
Question 22. If the government collects $100 in taxes for incomes of $30,000 and $200 in taxes for incomes of $50,000, the tax system would be considered
Progressive tax system.
That is correct.
Let's do a score check. It's Lexington 13, Mount Hebron 7, and there are 8 questions remaining.
Question 23. What do economists call costs incurred by a firm that are higher than what is necessary?
X inefficiency.
Matt Hebron, 5 seconds. Your answer was inefficient?
X inefficiency.
That is correct.
Nicely done. All right, another pencil and paper question. Everybody got enough paper and pencil there? Here we go. Apples cost $3 and oranges cost $1.50. Steve usually buys 5 apples and 10 oranges. The 5th apple and the 10th orange each provide Steve with 40 units of utility. What should Steve do to maximize?
Lexington, you have 5 seconds.
Increase consumption of oranges and decrease consumption of apples.
He said decrease. Could you repeat the first?
Increase consumption of oranges.
Okay.
That is correct.
So that was all about maximizing utility between oranges and apples. Okay.
Steve, we're at 14-8, so it's a 6-point spread with 6 questions left to go.
With what? How many?
6 questions left to go, a 6-point spread.
So this is either a continuation or the victory question here.
Number 3.
The University of Michigan is best known for compiling what important economic indicator?
Matt Hebron, you have 5 seconds.
Consumer Confidence Index.
That is correct.
Well done, guys. Here we go. Might be a late stage rally here. Question 26. If the equilibrium price in a market is $40 and a price ceiling is established at $48, what will be the impact on...
Matt Hebron, you have 5 seconds. Stephen.
No effect, no effect.
That is correct.
Can we talk later how you knew there was a second part to this question?
You want to read the question, Steve?
I'll read it again? Okay. If the equilibrium price in a market is $40 and a price ceiling is established at $48, what will be the impact on quantity sold and consumer surplus? All right. What do we got now for score?
14-10 with 4 left.
Wow. Of the following, which 2 were the largest in 2017 in the U.S.? Government spending?
Lexington, you have 5 seconds. Ryan, you may not confer.
Consumer expenditure and government expenditure.
That is correct.
Congratulations.
And with that, Lexington High School is our Adam Smith 2018 National Economics Challenge champions. Congratulations.
Okay.
They're even guessing the double
Lexington, I feel like you guys have won before, haven't you?
I don't know, we got to have 3-part question?
Ricardo. And now you win the Adam Smith. That's great. All right, let's have another round of applause. That's terrific.
Hey, Steve. Steve, our champions never had a chance to introduce themselves. Maybe we should give them an opportunity to do so.
Let's do that. Sorry. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves here?
I'm Jeffrey Gu, and I'm an inferior good. If our team's budget got any higher, they'd hire someone better.
Hi, I'm Jeb Jacob, and I strive to be a free market, the most effective.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I exert a positive externality on this team.
Hi, I'm Caroline. Despite our daily volatility, our team merges together to produce long-term profits.
All right.
Two other things. Ryan has been very active in getting requirements passed and advocating for economic and financial literacy classes in Massachusetts. And I also wanted to acknowledge Mary Ann Hewitt, who's our state council president for Maryland for the Mount Hebron team.
Ryan's going to Harvard, and he said that was his safety school. He said that a full partnership at Goldman was his first choice.
Do we have any other seniors?
Where
are you guys going next year?
We talked to this morning. Go ahead.
I'm Jennifer. I'm going to the Naval Academy.
I'm Samuel. I'm going to the University of Chicago.
Right on.
I'm Steven. I'm going to the University of Maryland.
Nice.
He's a junior.
That's awesome. Somebody want to tell me what our timing is on things that we were trying to do here? IFB now? What are they coming to me for? I can't hear somebody. It'd be good if somebody clued me in on what was happening.
You're doing a live bump shot in a minute.
Just a bump shot.
Yes, you should be talking.
Okay.
Vamping, and then we'll go to break for 2 minutes. Then we'll interview the two winning teams on stage.
On stage.
And
Awesome.
Then we'll bring up Monte Vista as well.
Bring up Monte Vista as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is just a bump shot for now.
So I'm going to interview the two winning teams.
Correct.
Okay. Awesome. So let's say goodbye to the runner-up team and give them a big round of applause. Great job, guys. Really great job. Awesome job.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
90 seconds.
I think this is like a little bit like going to college for you guys. Like, I'm sure every one of these kids is the smartest kid in their school, and it's like going to college where it's like all of a sudden.
That's
Nice.
not good.
We got 90 seconds. And then all of a sudden, everybody was the editor of the school paper there. Everybody was a 4.0 GPA and an honor student. So that's what we have collected in this room, is just the best and the brightest from all over right here in the United States. So when I come back, Haley, we're going to do the bump shot first, and we're just going to talk, okay? And then we'll do the bump shot, go to break. And then am I going to just be out front here? Where's my position for that?
You'll be up here with the two teams.
And they'll be out in front here like this? Okay.
You'll have a stick mic.
I hear the program. Yes, thank you. What were you saying, Haley?
You'll have stick mic.
I need a stick mic. Is that one around? Did we test that? Is that good? Sorry? Sure, that's fine. Thank you. You want to test it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? What are you doing with that?
Just putting tape on the mic so
Did it fall again?
No.
Okay. All right. So, guys, the only thing I have to ask you guys is that you guys turn on CNBC, because you're right in the demo that we need the next couple years, right? That 18 to 54. So that's very important. And tell your friends that you know, you're not watching those vampire shows that are out there. You're watching CNBC, which is another kind of vampire show, but a little different, okay? So just make sure you're turning on this, you know, at home all day long. You're watching CNBC. It's very important to the station that we have young people, because there's a lot of retired people out there, and it's never too early to start following the markets. Got this in my ear here.
Close the doors in the back, please.
So we're going to do another round after this, right? That's the China versus U.S. round, and that's just one round.
Ricardo,
There's two rounds. Haley, I need Haley. Haley, I have 2 rounds to moderate and a script to write. I have 2 rounds to moderate and a script to write. When am I going to do that?
I think we'll have time afterwards.
You always say that. You don't even know what you're talking about, do you? You have no idea when we're going to write this script. We're just going to get it done. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
They're trying to wrap this guest segment right now. And then they'll
Okay, so we're going to come back. Just going to put this microphone down. Oh boy, they're really arguing out there, aren't they? Never mind. Sorry. Okay. So Nan, what's new for next year? How much was the China competition bigger this year compared to last year?
Last year we had 8 students. This year we had 64 students.
64 students come here
From China to the U.S.
to the U.S. 64 students.
And 64 students from the U.S., which is 32 more than last year.
32 more than last year? I can do that, yeah, absolutely. But tell me about how much bigger the competition is in China compared to how it was.
In the first year of China's competition, it was only 1,000 students. Pretty good for a first year. Next year, they expect over 2,000 students to participate. In the U.S., we have 11,000 students participating from almost every state.
Wow, that's great. That's really great. And you went over.
I went to Shanghai to see the semifinals, 500 students. It was fantastic.
How come I only get the New York leg of this? I don't get the China leg of this. I think we, I hate to put you on the spot,
you have to negotiate.
We can talk about that.
Negotiate a better contract. Okay. Hey, Larry. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back here. Did we introduce everybody yet? We did already. We introduced everybody here, and we introduced you guys in the last round. And these guys already have their medals, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do the trophies next, and then we're going to do an interview with everybody in terms of, not everybody, we'll talk to a couple of you guys very quickly.
We'll do the China-U.S. round.
And we'll do the China-U.S. round after that. Okay, very good. Cool, great guys. It's wonderful. We are clear. Okay, now we're going to come out front with the stick mic, right? So, I mean, I could just do it back here. How do you guys want to do this? Is this the way you want to do it? Does that look good? Like this and like that? And 1, 2, 3, 4. What kind of timing do they have, Haley? How much? That's a long time. I don't have to do this. Okay. It's just for the students. And I'll just go right up under here like this. Okay. The names are right now. Okay. Monte Vista's where? California. And this is Massachusetts, so it's both coasts. That's terrific. All right. I think what I'll do, guys, is start over here. And I'm just going to do you and you. Come back over here and do you and you and you. Okay? And guys, I'm going to end over here on my right. Okay, I'll start on my left.
Die on this.
Wish we could get the judges in. Not enough time for that.
Do we have time to get Kristin?
David Ricardo division winners. Adam Smith division winners. Yeah, I know. I got you. Okay. Pranav, is that right? You're a junior? You guys are all juniors. Wow. Pretty impressive.
She grew up in Lexington, and her father taught economics at Harvard. I was rooting for secretly for the Hunter team and the Lexington team because with me Boston for so long, I went to business school at Harvard.
They're introing me, right?
And one of the girls
Thank you.
years ago went to Yale, and we have a couple of Yales, mostly for Texas for some reason.
Yeah, we have some winners here. It was a tight battle, came down to the wire. Big round of applause for our winners here on Monte Vista High School from Cupertino, California. They won the David Ricardo division, and Lexington High School, Massachusetts, winning the Adam Smith division. Let's talk to Pranav here. What do you like about economics?
It's very applicable to the real world, and honestly, I just wanted to give a shout out to all my teammates here. Without them, I wouldn't have this high of a level of interest in economics, and these guys inspired me.
Are you saying you were kidnapped into this?
Yes. Yeah. No, these guys helped me all the way. They picked me up late in the year to do this competition. They helped me a lot, and without them, I wouldn't be in this position.
Rahul, who's your favorite economist?
I think Milton Friedman.
Why?
I just think that he has a unique way of looking at economics. So you have like Keynesian economics, just spend a lot of money, but I think Friedman provides a unique perspective on top of that.
Like his hairstyle.
Likes his hairstyle.
He likes his hairstyle.
All right. Jeffrey, how does it feel to be not the smartest kid on the block, but one of the smartest kids in the country when it comes to economics?
It feels amazing to be standing right here in front of this crowd of people, and I'd really like to thank the Council for Economic Education for bringing together these students who are also passionate about economics and creating this really unique experience. I've gotten to meet so many other people here who share the same interests as me, and it's been such a great time.
Caroline, I'm going to skip to you because we don't have a lot of women in economics. What can you say to women and girls your age about being involved in economics?
I think despite how many boys you seem to see on this stage, women can succeed just as much, and we're really needed in the economics force.
Is it cool to do economics where you're from?
We have a rather small economics team, but I think it's pretty cool to do economics.
Can we get some Gatorade dumped onto the winners here? Real quick, Nan, we have to wrap it up, Nan. Tell me what the importance is of teaching economics to kids this age.
It's to let kids know how to operate in the real world.
And ultimately, better success, better outcomes because of it.
Better success, better outcomes, better decisions for their families, themselves, and their countries.
All right, guys, coming up next, we have China versus the U.S. facing off in the finals. Just the second year in a row, there were 1,000 kids competed in China. They brought 64 very intelligent Chinese kids over here, and they're going to compete against the U.S. in the next division. Guys, back to you. Do I have a future in game show hosting? Are you? Am I more in the Bob Barker or Monty Hall or Richard Dawson? What would you say? What's my my motif here? Richard, I'm not kissing anybody on stage, just for the record, okay? All right, guys, great job. Dan, thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks, Steve, and thanks to all the teams. We're going to hand out the trophies.
Give us about 1 minute, and then we can read this, and then we'll do the rest.
Okay.
You gotta talk to Jane, see what she wants you to do.
They really did great for us today, Power Lunch. They were just amazing.
I heard we got bumped by Trump this morning.
Just one hit we lost, which
I know, but really for him.
it happens all the time. And you have no idea the level of news that gets bumped for it. I mean, serious stories get bumped all the time. It's incredible. Okay.
So they just need a second, and then we're going to go ahead. Russell, are you? Thanks.
Sorry.
Russell, we're going to do your award in a moment.
Okay. Are you doing this now? Are you on the stage now?
Yeah, we're going to do the trophies.
Okay. So you do that.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go relax.
How much time do you think? No, I've read the script.
I know.
How much time do you think I have now?
You have to ask. It's probably like 5 minutes for the trophies.
5 minutes?
You gotta
Hey, how
ask
are you?
Ellie.
Is it your award?
It is.
Thank you so much. Oh, let me get my phone.
What are you planning on doing? I think we should have all of the teachers come up, take a photo, thank them, and then give them their medals. Oh, do you want that?
I'm gonna keep this as a souvenir.
You should show that to Steve.
Yeah, that went pretty well. Am I still?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I need one more thing. Barry, do you want to participate? Okay. All right, so I'd like to start off before the team trophies with Russell Glass Individual Achievement Award. This is Russell Glass. Russell is deeply committed to education and helping kids achieve their highest potential. His contribution to the challenge and CE's mission has been formidable, and we can't thank him enough for his generosity. It's with gratitude that we give this award to the top Adam Smith Division Scholar for Best Individual Achievement based on his or her, it's his in this case, combined test score and overall performance in the analytical thinking round. And the award goes to Ryan Young. Congratulations. Jung, wrong Ryan. Congrats.
Thank you.
Oh, good. All four. Great. Okay. All right. Just stand up right here. Roseanne is going to hand you the award, and you can hand it to the team. You guys did a great job, and you were very, very gracious when you did your challenges, and you guys were great yesterday. I saw your presentation. Where's your teacher? And we can have the teachers. Is there a reason the teachers aren't coming? Right. By the way, we can have the teachers come up too for these shots if they would like to come up with their teams. Wait. Come on up.
Everybody look at me. Smile. 3, 2, 1. Perfect.
Great.
All right, nice job, guys. 11,000 students.
You're very welcome.
And our first place, Steve Ricardo team. This National Economic Champions motto, Vista High School.
Congratulations, well done. Bring this, Carrie, walk to the end. Walk to the end. Great.
Everybody look at me. 3, 2. Perfect, thank you. Wonderful, and finally, our 2018 National Economic Champion, Adam Smith Division. Give it up for Latte.
Congratulations again. Keep going. It's great to have Lexington back up here. Congratulations again to all of the winning teams and our individual winner for the Russell Glass Award. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to, in a few minutes, have the National Economics Challenge International Round, where our Chinese winners are going to compete against our U.S. winners. So that should be pretty great. This year, over 1,000 students participated in China. 16 teams came here to compete in the international final. We're very lucky to have Steve Liesman come back and host this round for us. So we're going to reset the stage, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Which teams just competed? Lexington and that was Adam Smith. And then before that, Monte Vista and Monte Vista won.
Yep. I got my phone on silence. Yes. So you're. So do you know which, you got Monte Vista is the U.S. requirement. And I don't know if it's China. Oh, this one, Shanghai.
You gotta go to another one.
You said Pinji. That's Pinji. That's what you said.
Exactly.
Well, this is Adam Smith. This is the requirement. Well, let's put it up. Oh, stop. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no other form of requirement. Oh, you did. Oh, I see. Very good. How was their end? Oh, that's good. Because I thought last year the Chinese people were disadvantaged with the language. Last year. I'm not saying this year. Yeah. Right. The American school, right. So you heading back to you're California, right? You're heading back today? Did you have any time to do anything in New York? Oh, good. Phantom? Why don't see a different show? There's so many great shows. Which one? Oh, the band's visiting, yeah. Sure. Oh, I see. Is there some really good ones even? I don't know, have you seen Come From Away? Yeah, it's wonderful, sure. It's, you know what it's about, right? Come From Away? So it's about, I mean, I was invited because I used to do a lot of work for the Canadian consulate, so it's a Canadian play. And it's about, on 9/11, what happened is a whole bunch of jets landed in Gander. Gander is in Newfoundland. It's like when you're flying from Europe, that's the first bit of land, and so all the planes are there. Gander, I think, has a population of about 5,000. The population more than doubled. And they were there for a long time. And they had trouble, like housing and food. So a lot of people were invited into homes. They formed close friendships. And it was about, it's sort of like the power of, I don't know, in a crisis, people, it's a musical that's so well done. And I was lucky enough, because I was invited by the Canadian consulate to a special showing. Here Trudeau was there, who opened it and made about a 5-minute pro-immigration, pro-refugee speech without mentioning Trump. I think he was invited to Trump. And Ivanka was next to him. I didn't know that while I was in the theater. The next day in the paper, they were like, not only that, the Canadian ambassador and to the US invited everybody from the UN, all of the UN. So there were like a few hundred UN from all different countries at the thing, and Pierre Trudeau got a rousing standing ovation, and at the end of the play, it was a massive standing ovation. It was so great that my wife and I took our kids. Like only a month later, I took my point. It's too soon to see the play first. I'd like to add it. It was so good. Well, we got the lyrics now. So. Yeah. I should have wished I talked to you before, because Come From Away is a great show. It's really good.
That's right.
You gotta, right. Yeah, it's always the case when you travel and do what you do. And you have these sweet plays that are so high that it's easier to get tickets than things like Phantom. You know what I mean? Because, there's Hamilton, there's Springsteen.
Good afternoon, later afternoon again. We're going to get rolling with our final rounds, our international rounds. So I think we're starting out with, thank you so much for being seated. And we're going to start off with a video, and then Steve Liesman is going to come up, and we're going to get this thing rolling.
It's time for the final round of Council for Economic Education's National Economics Challenge International Round. The top 16 teams from 2 continents, US and China, have all come here to New York City to compete for the international title. In China, through the competitive rounds of SKT education, 1,000 students began and just 2 teams remain. And in the U.S., the top 2 teams bested 11,000 students competing in Council for Economic Education state finals across the country. They will compete in 2 divisions, the David Ricardo division, with teams of students who have taken no more than 1 introductory economics course, and the Adam Smith division, of teams enrolled in AP, IB, and honors economics classes. So, get ready for the final round of the Council for Economic Education's 2018 National Economics Challenge International Round.
All right, into the home stretch here. Here we go. Steve returns to podium. Done. Check. All right. happy about that. Happy to host this again because I know this year the Chinese team, fierce competitors and really prepped for today. The China team represents the winners from China's Economics Challenge International, put on by CE's exclusive Chinese partner SKT Education. Again, thank you all the core judges for your help with the challenge. Let's welcome the David Ricardo team representing CE's National Economic Challenge International. Come on stage, guys. I think that, what's that? Behind me? Or just in here? I think that was a friendlier greeting than Mnuchin got over the weekend. Okay. Somebody got that joke. Okay. Maybe we can solve the trade problem right here, right now. Okay. China has a trade surplus with the United States of $375 billion. No, never mind. Is that one of the questions? No. Larry, you going to fix it?
Pranav, you got to put your
got what?
monitor so we can see it.
Yeah, you can, put your...
Monitor, put it so we
Oh, yeah, okay. No, I think he means this right. Oh, he can't really do anything with it. It's taped in.
That's good.
You're good.
We're good, Steve.
Okay. All right. First round will be the USA David Ricardo Championship team competing against China's finalist team. Let's go over the rules. Hey, special thing here, guys. If you guys don't understand something, say it. Say something to me, okay? I'll try to talk slowly, just to make sure if there's any issues. I bet your English is probably better than mine, but just in case it isn't, don't be ashamed to speak up if you don't understand something, okay? All right, so here's the deal. Whoever buzzes in for a question will be considered the team spokesperson for that particular question and must give the final answer. Team members may buzz in at any time while the question is being read. However, should they buzz in before the entire question has been read, I will stop reading the question. The team may not confer, and within 5 seconds, the person who buzzed in must answer based solely on the information he or she has heard up to that point. If a team member buzzes in after the entire question is read, the team has 15 seconds to confer and then give a response. If the team answers incorrectly, I'll read the entire question again. The other team will have 15 seconds to respond, and any team member can give the final answer. So I'd like to give the teams the opportunity to introduce themselves. Would each of you test your hand buzzer one at a time, tell me your name and something about yourself. Please be sure to speak loudly and clearly. Starting at the far end over here, let our visitors from China go first, please.
Hi, my name is Eric from Shanghai Pinhe School, and I like to play Magic.
Okay.
I'm Ye Shu from Shanghai World Foreign Language Academy, and I love programming.
My name is Jiaming Shi from Shanghai Pinhe School, and I love playing video games.
My name is Jiagu Sun from Shanghai Pinhe School, and I'm very interested in rock music.
Right on. Start over here on the far right from Monte Vista.
Hi, I'm Vishal, and I have a 5'10" mile.
Hi, I'm Rahul, and I think we can all agree that we love playing video games.
Hi, I'm Adamya, and I love economics because it allows us to study why people make decisions.
Hi, I'm Pranav, and I'm a professional basketball watcher.
Right on. Great. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, let's begin the final round of the David Ricardo National Economics Challenge International. Here we go. Question 1. Julio, or Julio, how do you want me to say that? Do you guys understand Julio is a name? Has a local dry cleaning business. He has many competitors, and there are few regulations for entering the business. Procedures for dry cleaning are widely known, and the required chemicals are widely available. Julio charges a slightly higher price than his competitors because he uses a lemon fresh scent that others do not. What type of business structure is described here?
Shanghai, you have 15 seconds to confer.
Monopolistically competitive.
That's correct.
Can we give him extra points for paying attention through that whole description of dry cleaning?
I know, sorry, that's my fault.
Come on, guys, it's all good. Okay. Question 2. Here we go again. When demand for radishes increases, the price of radishes does not change at all. The supply of radishes does not change. What can you conclude about the elasticity of radish supply? Please.
Shanghai, you have 15 seconds to confer.
The supply is perfectly inelastic.
Could you repeat what you said?
The supply is perfectly inelastic.
Oh, that's incorrect. Sorry. Would you repeat the question?
I got to read the radish question again?
Yeah.
All right. When demand for radishes increases, the price of radishes does not change at all. The supply of radishes does not change. What can you conclude about the elasticity of radish supply? Be specific.
The supply is perfectly elastic.
That is correct. And remember that the person who rings in needs to be the person who responds.
Just to be clear, that's not true on the 15-second thing, according to the rules.
Oh,
that
okay.
anybody can respond after 15. Am I right about that? Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You can buzz me wrong for that if you want.
Yeah.
You're allowed to. All right, question 3. You're deciding whether or not to spend an hour studying economics. Your other options, ranked in order of your preferences, are sleeping, studying math, and going to a movie. You can only do one of these things in an...
Monte Vista, Raul, you have 5 seconds, and you may not confer.
Your opportunity cost is sleeping because that is your most preferred second option.
That's correct.
So just so you know, he had it right. The question was, what is your opportunity cost of studying economics for an hour? And it's the first preference there, right? Okay. Question 4. A production possibilities curve for bread and butter has a traditional shape of being bowed outward from the origin. What is happening to the opportunity?
Shanghai, Jiming, Mr. Shi, you have 5 seconds, and you may not confer.
Because as you produce more of one particular good, the opportunity cost of continuing to produce that good is becoming higher and higher.
That's probably true, but it's not the answer we're looking for. It's not the answer we're looking for, sorry.
I'm going to read the full question. A production possibilities curve for bread and butter has the traditional shape of being bowed outward from the origin. What is happening to the opportunity cost of bread as you produce more butter?
Increasing, yeah. Yeah, you produce one here, all the way up there. Increasing. Yeah.
It's increasing.
That's incorrect. Actually, it's decreasing. It's bread versus butter. So.
Question 5. This type of economic system was prominent in medieval Europe and was based on tradition.
Yeah, Monte Vista, Adamya, you have 5 seconds, and you may not confer.
Feudalism.
That's correct.
Economic system based on traditions involving serfs, vassals, and lords. Question 6. Increase, decrease, or uncertain. Assume that the demand and supply for avocados are nearly perfectly elastic. Sorry, I'm going to start again. Increase, decrease, or uncertain. Assume that the demand and supply for avocados are neither perfectly elastic nor perfectly inelastic. If demand decreases while supply increases, what is the effect on price?
Monte Vista, Vishal, you have 5 seconds.
Price decreases and quantity is indeterminate.
That's correct.
Okay, that's another one where he somehow read my mind and knew I was going to ask 2 questions. The full question was, if demand decreases while supply increases, What is the effect on price and quantity? Well done. Question 7. What is another name for an excise tax on an imported good designed to raise prices?
Monte Vista, Vishal, you have 5 seconds.
A tariff?
We'll accept that, thank you. We were also looking for a protective tariff. We'll accept tariff.
That's fine. So the full question was, an imported good designed to raise prices of imports and therefore to make a domestic industry more profitable. That's the full question. You want to do a score check here, Chris?
Yeah, not a bad idea. It's Monte Vista 5, Shanghai 1. We're going on to question 8 now.
Okay, here we go. Question 8. What is the name for the type of theory where you analyze the strategic interaction of individuals when they take into account the likely response of others?
Rahul, Monte Vista, you have 5 seconds.
Game theory?
That is correct.
Analyze the strategic interaction of individuals when they take into account the likely response of others to their actions. Game theory. Question 9. You are a producer of a popular toy. You determine that the demand for this toy is inelastic at the current price. If you raise your price, what do you expect will happen to the...
Shanghai, Mr. Shi, you have 5 seconds.
You will enjoy an increase in revenue.
We'll accept that. We were looking, total revenue will increase, correct?
That's correct. So the question was, if you raise your price, what do you expect will happen to the total revenue you take in from selling this toy? Question 10. You are currently selling units of a good for a price of 10 euros. However, you would actually be willing to sell those units for a price of 5 euros.
Monte Vista, Rahul, you have 5 seconds.
Producer surplus is 5 euros.
That's correct.
What is the name of the net benefit that you receive? For this question, do not count the European Union as one country. Got that? You good? Who is China's largest trading partner, and who is the United States' largest trading partner?
Monte Vista, Rahul, you have 15 seconds, I guess.
U.S. used to be Canada.
China's largest trading partner is the United States, and the United States' largest trading partner is now China.
That's correct.
Okay, that's why we can solve all our problems with these two teams right here. All right, question 12. What is the name for this occurrence? Country A produces a certain quantity of tin and scrap metal, which it sells for the equivalent price of $2,000 a ton domestically and for $1,000 a...
Mr. Shi, Shanghai, you have 5 seconds.
Dumping.
That's correct.
Question 13. What law or principle is illustrated by the following? Violet attributes less satisfaction. Violet is a name, correct?
Yeah.
I just want to be clear because I'm not even clear Violet's a name in this case, okay?
You
You guys got that? Violet is a name. What law or principle is interested?
Monte Vista, Vishal, you have 5 seconds.
Diminishing marginal utility.
Oh, that's correct.
The second even Violet was a name.
Yeah.
All right.
Steve, we're at 9-3 Monte Vista. We're through 13 questions.
I'm going to read the question. What law or principle is illustrated by the following? Violet attributes less satisfaction to the 4th slice of pizza she consumes than to the 3rd slice. Violet is eating entirely too much pizza. Okay. Question 14. What 2 authors are credited with these quotations and in what publication? Quote, "The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles."
Mr. Shi, Shanghai.
Karl Marx and the Declaration of the Communist Party.
That's not quite fully correct. So
All right, rereading the answer. What two authors are credited with these quotations and in what publication? The history, quote, the history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles. Proletarians of all countries unite, end quote.
Marx and Engels and Communist Manifesto.
That's correct.
Question 15. When total output is 4, average variable costs are $12.50, and total costs are $100. What are total fixed costs?
Monte Vista, Adamya, Monte Vista, you have 15 seconds.
That times 4 is 50, yeah, and then 100 is the whole total, so fixed must be 50. Yeah, 50, right? Yeah, so 50.
$50.
That's correct.
We're at the halfway mark, and it is Monte Vista 11, Shanghai 3.
Question 16. Perhaps the first and still probably the most important cryptocurrency.
Monte Vista, Rahul, you have 5 seconds.
Bitcoin?
That's correct.
Perhaps the first and still probably the most important cryptocurrency. This was allegedly developed by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 as a, quote, peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Question 17. The business cycle is frequently divided into 4 phases. What phase of a business cycle is described here? Quote, the economy hit bottom at the end of a...
Monte Vista, Adamya.
Cross.
That is correct.
Okay. Question 18. This is a pencil and paper question. Well, you don't have to use it if you do it in your head.
Yeah.
Nobody's taking me up on that? Come on, I was throwing down the gauntlet there. Here we go. Use these figures all in millions to compute unemployment. The total population is 150, and the labor force is 100. 10 people in the economy are discouraged and are not looking for work. Within the labor force, 80 people are employed full-time, and 15 people are employed.
Monte Vista, Vishal, you have 5 seconds.
The unemployment rate is 5%.
That's correct.
Wow. Okay. So within the labor force, 80 people are employed full-time, 15 people are employed part-time. The official unemployment rate is 5%. Chris, how's our score doing?
It is 14-3. There are 12 questions remaining, and there's an 11-point difference.
Question 19. The Producer Price Index measures average selling prices received by domestic producers of goods and services and often serves as an early predictor of consumer...
Yeah. I think we need to throw that out.
I think that question I just blew. What color is George Washington's white horse? I just blew that. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Question 20. What is wrong with this statement? The components of GDP are traditionally characterized as consumption spending, investment spending, government spending on goods and services, and spending on exports.
Monte Vista, you have 15 seconds.
The last part is wrong. It should be, replace the last part with the net exports and imports.
That's correct.
Okay. I believe 21 here.
I believe we are. We have our final here, 15-3 Monte Vista. There's only 10 questions remaining, so congratulations.
So that's okay. Congratulations. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. So where does it say here I'm supposed to go here? We've done that part, and we're going to have a round of applause. Congratulate both teams. Well done. Winner in the David Ricardo Division International, Monte Vista High School. And we want to have a special round of applause for our guests from China who came and competed very well. Okay, I think we're going to exit the stage and then start again with another round of competition. Is that correct?
Yes, last
Okay,
round.
guys. So I think you're supposed to go off that way, take your name tag with you. Thank you all.
No, it's too late now. But that's why, you know.
I don't know why it is ridiculous that the Americans seem to grasp that legal language processing.
You know, it's funny because we even
They want to do it.
We're waiting for the A2 to get the mics on.
And one of the judges needed a pit stop.
Oh.
You know how that goes.
We don't have a video, so we'll just go and do that.
Yeah. Watch the tape. Somebody told me that once.
All right.
Okay, we're missing a judge.
You're missing a judge? Oh, good. It's going really smoothly, man, isn't it? I feel like we get better and better this each year. How many years have you done this? 18? How many have I done? You've done 8, and I think I've done 4. My 4th? I think so. Yeah.
we actually have more than 34 weeks. I mean, we work on having an extra
This morning, I didn't know who was from the U.S. and from China. There's
Yeah.
so many Asian people.
I know. It's amazing.
We could do China competition without China.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Once again. Does that look okay? Yeah? Yeah? No, that's okay. As long as it's just it's a confirmation. Does Steve has this change, right? Jane.
Are we good? We got our judges back? Is Larry back?
Was that question 2? But Steve has it.
Oh, yeah, no, he has.
Okay.
Oh, I know. I was there. I know.
All right. We're going to get back to it, folks. I know we're in a hurry, but let's everybody stand up and applaud one more time. Let's shake off the end of the day stuff. Everybody get up. Here we go. All right, let's better get the blood flowing. I know it's tough. We're at the end of the day here, like waiting for that bell to ring. Here we go. We're going to get to the beginning, the Adam Smith division of the CE's National Economics Challenge International Round. Please, teams come to the stage. Lexington High School, Massachusetts. Shanghai High School, International Division. Good luck, guys. Here's my advice to both teams. Finish strong. Finish strong. You ready? Here are the rules. Again, special comment for the Chinese team. If you don't understand something I say, you have a right to ask me to repeat it, okay? Please, don't be shy. Whoever buzzes in for a question will be considered the team spokesperson for that particular question and must give the final answer. Team members may buzz in at any time while the question is being read. However, should they buzz in before the entire question has been read, I will stop reading the question. The team may not confer, and within 5 seconds, the person who buzzed in must answer based solely on the information he or she has heard up to that point. If a team member buzzes in after the entire question is read, the team has 15 seconds to confer and then give a response. If the team answers incorrectly, I'll read the entire question again. The other team will have 15 seconds to respond, and any team member can give the final answer. Okay, that just amends it. I had it wrong before. It's only on an incorrect question can any person answer, right? On the second time around. Whereas on the first time around, even if 15 seconds, it's got to be that person.
Yeah. It's somewhat academic, but sure. Yes.
What else are we doing here, Chris, if not being academic? What do you mean somewhat academic? The whole thing is academic. All right, we're going to give the teams an opportunity to introduce themselves. Would each of you test your hand buzzer one at a time, tell me your name and something about yourself. Be sure to speak loud and clear, starting at the far end on my left here, please.
Hello, I'm Yvonne Yu. I'm from Shanghai High School International Division, and I like doing art during my spare time.
So I'm Andy, and I like to watch NBA during math class, and that's probably why we failed to divide 1 by 1.6.
My name is Justina, and I'm from Shanghai High School International Division, and I really hope that we can stay in the city longer so that we won't facing tons of math homework.
Far left? Far right?
I'm Jeffrey, and my team has now declared me a normal good.
Hi, I'm Jeb, and I'm slowly turning into Milton Friedman.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm being subsidized right now.
Hi, I'm Caroline, and our unique team is pending patent.
Okay, here we go. International Adam Smith Division. Question number 1. What is the Herfindahl index for this example? The companies alpha, beta, gamma, and delta all produce a certain type of breakfast cereal. Alpha and beta each produce 10% of the cereal in the market. Gamma and delta each produce 40% of the cereal.
Who answered?
Ryan.
Ryan, you have 5 seconds to answer.
3,400.
That is correct.
Gamma and delta each produced 40% of the cereal in the market. It was the only part that wasn't fully read. Okay. Now, I should also give one other comment here, which is that a warning or a caution that sometimes, that's not for this particular question, but for all questions, there could be 2 parts of a question, and you buzz in early at your own risk. Question 2. When income increases, the demand for pork increases. Is pork a normal...
Where are we?
Jeffrey.
Oh. Who's it?
Inferior.
Jeffrey?
Yes.
5 seconds, yeah.
It's a Giffen good.
That is incorrect. So
Okay,
please
question.
read the question
Yeah.
again, and you have 15 seconds to answer.
When income increases, the demand for pork increases. Is pork a normal good or an inferior good?
It's a normal good.
That is correct.
Question 3. Often used by behavioral economists, what is the name for the branch of economics that studies the economy in controlled laboratory settings?
I think that was the end. So, right? You finished it. So you have 15 seconds, and you can confer. We need your answer.
Monopsony.
That is incorrect. The correct
Okay.
answer.
No.
Oh, we forgot. So thank you. You have 15 seconds. Do you want to read it
I
again,
have to read
Steve?
the question again, Larry.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm getting good at this, Larry. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I got your
Coach
back.
me, Steve.
Got your back,
Coach
brother.
me, man. Yeah.
Question 3. Often used by behavioral economists, what is the name for the branch of economics that studies the economy in controlled laboratory settings?
Experimental economics.
That is correct.
Okay, just to resolve any cultural issues in this question, I'm going to pre-announce the names Mei-Ling and Liam are names in this, and they're not all that common names. I don't know where these judges are getting these questions from. But here we go. Mei-Ling can bake either 4 loaves of bread or 8 dozen cookies. Liam can bake either 4 loaves of bread or 4 dozen cookies. Who has the comparative advantage in bread, and who has the comparative advantage in cookies?
Is it Lexington? Who buzzed?
Lexington.
Doesn't matter. Lexington, you have 15 seconds and you can confer. I can't see.
Jeffrey did.
Mei-Ling has a comparative advantage in cookies, and Liam has a comparative advantage in bread.
That is correct.
Nicely done. Question 5. How many countries are in the European Union today?
Over there. Oh, Caroline, you have 5 seconds. You cannot confer.
28 countries. And 3 countries that are not in it are Norway, Iceland, and Turkey.
That is incorrect. Steve, please read the question again.
But a very good try. Question 5. How many countries are in the European Union today, and how many of these countries are in the Eurozone, officially using the euro as their common currency?
You have 15 seconds and you can confer.
And 25.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is 28 countries are in the EU and 19 use the euro.
Moving on, question 6. Correct this statement. Quote, shortly after Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, gasoline prices rose, causing the demand for gasoline to fall.
Lexington, you have 15 seconds and you can confer.
Nash equilibrium.
That is correct.
Okay. Great. Okay, good work by everybody. I want to thank my CNBC team. Guys, great job today. And
Thank you,
the
Steve.
team.
Great job.
My pleasure, Larry. Somebody's watch. Somebody still has an analog watch. Who wants to admit to that? Okay. No, I don't have one. I haven't worn. I can't play guitar when I play, so I used to. My mother bought me a lightweight watch, and my wife did. And I took it off. I leave them every place. It's crazy. Doesn't work. Okay, so we're done. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta finish my script now. I gotta run and do that. Sure.